Hello there, and welcome to Simply Explained. For today's video, I want to talk about a thing I've been seeing with increasing frequency lately. It's about a website called Established Titles. Now, as always, take everything that I say in this video with a grain of salt, as I might get things wrong. Always do your own research. This is just to bring this to people's attention. But without further ado, let's begin. Established Titles is a website that offers you various packages wherein they state that you will be purchasing a souvenir plot of land of varying sizes in Scotland, with the cheapest plot of land being 1 square foot, which is billed at $50. They also offer you an option to print the proof of purchase out for you to hang up on your wall or what have you, for an additional fee. Now, why, you might ask, would you even want to purchase such a small piece of land in a country that you most likely don't even live in, and even if you do, you can't use it for anything of use due to its small size? This is a question that this website, and a few others like it, answer by telling you that there's this old Scottish custom wherein if you own land, you'll be known as a laird, lord, or lady. However, this simply isn't true, as any nobility titles in Scotland cannot be bought, and any sort of noble titles need to be awarded by the court of the Lord Lyon. To add to this, I quote the following statement from said body. "Ownership of a souvenir plot of land does not bring with it the right to any description such as laird, lord, or lady. Laird is not a title, but a description applied by those living on and around the estate, many of whom will derive their living from it, to the principal landowner of a long-named area of land. It will, therefore, be seen that it is not a description which is appropriate for the owner of a normal residential property. It cannot properly be used to describe a person who owns a small part of a larger piece of land. The term laird is not one recognizable by attachment to a personal name, and thus there is no official recognition of X, Y, laird of Z. The words lord and lady apply to those on whom a peerage has been confirmed and do not relate to the ownership of land. Ownership of a souvenir plot of land is not sufficient to bring a person otherwise ineligible within the jurisdiction of the Lord Lyon for seeking a coat of arms." And to further add evidence to this against established titles and other such services as illegitimate, I would also like to add a small excerpt from the Land Registration of Scotland Act of 2012, which replaced the older 1979 Act, wherein it states in Section 22, "A souvenir plot of land means a plot of land which, A, is of inconsiderable size and no practical utility, and B, is neither 1. A registered plot, nor 2. A plot that the ownership of which has at any time separately been constituted or transferred by a document recorded in the Register of Sasines." Which means that even if the seller is selling you a piece of land, if it's not of considerable size or of any particular use, meaning that it can't be put into the land register, it means that you wouldn't have a right of ownership under Scots law. Putting it in other words, you cannot legally become the owner of such a small piece of land. Established Titles has also had a timer on their website with only an hour left to it with an 80% off discount, so you'll feel rushed to buy without thinking, which seems to have been put on the website since day one, as even using the Wayback Machine, the timer is still there. This is a pretty common practice amongst scam websites for things such as PC Cleaner, and is being used here to try to swindle you into an impulse buy with false promises of noble titles and a fake time limit. They also claim to be a supporter of charities such as One Tree Planted. Now, maybe they do actually donate some of that money to those charities, but if you really want to support those charities, you could give money to them directly instead of trusting this company, who are already trying to do morally dubious things by trying to sell you something that wouldn't be legally recognized to also give money to charity. And to add further damning evidence against this idea that they might even be doing this at all, using the Wayback Machine again, you can load the webpage from months apart, and the amount donated is the same amount sitting at £42,732. And while I was looking into this part of the script for research, I did some cursory research into One Tree Planted, and they do actually seem to be legitimate and reputable. So if you would want to support them, just do it directly, not through a third party who is promising you a little gift. And lastly, from what I've been able to find out on who owns the website, they're based in Hong Kong, which, if I haven't been able to convince you yet that this website is nothing but garbage, please ask yourself how a Chinese citizen would give you Scottish nobility titles. So, in summary, Established Titles hopes that your ego will get the better of you, and that you won't do any amount of research into the topic so that they can swindle you, as anything that they print out and give you, or what have you, is not legally recognized by the Court of Lord Leon, which is the de facto governing body in Scotland on noble titles. This is a Simply Explained production. My videos are made under a Creative Commons Attribution Share-alike license. Sources will be in the description, and I would like to thank you for watching, and have a good one.